Hello and welcome to Bricks. I'm Adam and this is Bricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Sonic the Hedgehog Amy's Animal Rescue Island set. This is set number 76992. It has 388 pieces and I paid $25 for this set. So this set retails for $50. I think it's still on the Lego Shop at Home website for $50, and that's what it released at. I was able to get this on an incredible sale, 50% off, which brings it down to $25. I mean, when I see Lego sets discounted that much, it's always a pretty compelling purchase. And if it's a theme that I've covered before and I've already kind of looked at and interested in looking at more of what it has to offer, then I'm like definitely interested. I think potentially at $50 this was maybe overpriced, having just under 400 pieces, and it might be the only way you can get the Amy minifigure and stuff, but I wasn't going to buy this for $50, at least not anytime soon, but for $25 that seemed like a deal I couldn't pass up, so I decided to get this. And so in this video I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Sonic the Hedgehog Amy's Animal Rescue Island set, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like the video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. We start off here with the first bag of pieces, relatively small. We put together Amy, and then we put together this crab buildable figure there, this crab meat character. And then on to the next bag of pieces, we do have Tails and a little Tails accessory, which I don't know what it is. And then we can start working on the kind of Animal Rescue Island, which starts over on this a pretty big rounded kind of plate. We build this whole kind of mountain structure kind of area, this rock formation with a little bit of hidden features. Some play features go into this, kind of a little water feature as well, which is nice, a little bit of egg on the back, and some different stuff. And then we start adding on to the kind of classic Sonic Green Hill Zone sort of checkered pattern. Add on this big 16 by 16 plate. We start doing some internal details there with some little beds for the little animals that needed to be rescued. Kind of make this look like a little beach bungalow. It's an island. It makes sense. There's a little bit of a function there, which I really like, and I'll show more in detail and slowed down in the full review. And then we start building up this kind of bungalow a little bit more. We add kind of a roof to the lower part, then we add a little bit of a pool here, which is very cool. And in the last bag of pieces we will add the little merry-go-round sort of thing, some sandcastle beach stuff, some flowers, and we will also add kind of the roof for this little area here, as well as some fun little accessories that we're putting together. And then the last thing is this tree. It's like a palm tree kind of deal. It has a banana on it, and it's actually better than I thought it would be. So that's everything, and now on to my review for this set. Okay, so this is the Lego Sonic the Hedgehog Amy's Animal Rescue Island set. This is cool. I'm glad I got this on sale. I haven't gotten every Sonic set they've made so far. I've gotten a lot of them. I've got Tails Workshop and the Tornado Plane. I've got the Dr. Eggman's Death Robot. I have the Guardian Mech. I have the Shadow Escape. I don't have the Green Hill Zone Loop Challenge, and that's the biggest one, which I did recently see that on sale. I don't think I have the Speed Sphere Challenge. I might, though, and I can't even remember all the other ones, but I have gone through some of the Sonic stuff, and this is one that I was kind of interested in because it's more of a build. It's not necessarily part of the course kind of deal. Same with Tails Workshop. And then the Eggman Death Robot mech thing kind of had a little bit of a cross between them and stuff like that. But this one seemed kind of just like a build, essentially. And this is really cool. So there's a lot to look at, and we'll get into it. So the first thing we will look at is the minifigures. You get 2 minifigures. This is Amy's Animal Rescue. So we will look at Amy first. So I believe this is the only set that comes with Amy, I believe, and I'm not sure what their hammer is called, but they have a little bit of a brick built accessory. Nice colors there with the heart tile on there, which is great. So Amy has some pretty cool stuff. So right off the bat, the headpiece is a special mold, really good printing, lots of color, lots of detail, like the outline of the eye, kind of the black area there, and then the eyelashes coming off the side is really nice. We have the red up top. If I take the head off, it's dual molded at least, potentially a little bit more just because of the different colors in there, although some of those might just be printed, which is fine, but it's a nice molded head. A lot of these characters for the Sonic line have pretty good production work on that, and I think this one is the same. Looking at the torso, it's pretty plain, but we do have the bare arms there, kind of have a dress. We have a skirt here. It's a piece that goes between the minifigure torso and legs, so we can see the back of the torso there kind of has a little bit going on the back, not too much detail. The skirt is really nice. It's not dual molded, I don't think. I believe it's just printed. It's white underneath, so I think that's just printed. But then beneath that, we have these really nice dual molded legs that do have printing on them. So on the feet in there, and there's another little bit kind of at the sock line area that is also printed. So nice to get dual molded feet with some printing there. Mine actually... It looks like there's something weird about the printing down on this leg, kind of in towards where the space, just the gap between the 2 legs. It looks a little bit weird there, so the production work could have been better. There's no printing on the side, no printing on the arms. But overall, it's fine figure. Looks like Amy, and that's good. And then the other one we have is Tails. Tails does come in another set. That's the Tails Workshop one, though. So we have seen that before. Headpiece here is good, dual molded, really good detail, molded detail and printed detail there. Torso is fine. We do have dual molded legs with printing on them again, and these are on the shortest legs, so it's nice to see that they're dual molded and have printing on them. So they're red and kind of the yellow there, but they have the white printed on them. And then we do have the tail piece, and it's kind of that rubbery plastic that goes between the minifigure legs and the torso, kind of rubbery and dual molded, I believe, for that, which is cool to see. So good to get Tails here. And then in the first bag of pieces, you build this pretty early. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to be. It's like a hoverboard or a surfboard, or like a thing that Tails can stand on or ride on and stuff like that. And they could be studded down on the back, they could be studded down sideways, something like that, or turned a little bit. And we have this kind of little build. Not too many pieces in there, not too many pieces for the hammer either. Those are the only 2 minifigures, but you do get some other figures here, which is cool for Sonic. And these, I don't know which ones are which, but you get these 3 tiny animals, kind of the friend style animals, but with different printing. And so these are Picky, Pocky, and Flicky. So you get a bird, a rabbit, and a dog, I believe. And those are some of the animals that maybe Tails and Amy are rescuing and taking care of. And then we do get kind of a mob sort of character here, which I believe is Crab Meat. So this is brick built, pretty nice. I don't think I've built a Crab Meat in the other sets. There were other kind of creatures that were there, so I don't know about this one at all. But pretty simple build, and I like that. You do have the printed eyes there. We have the nice kind of, it's red for the most part, a little bit of gray, dark bluish gray. We got the couple little legs down here, and then we do have kind of a basket in the back, or this box made out of these two pieces, and one of the animals could potentially be in there. Maybe they need saving because of that. We can kind of pose the claws a little bit. You can rotate them because the mixel joints. You can also open and close the little claws here, which I liked how these came together. And it's pretty simple, but it's good. It's a nice kind of antagonist type character here, which I appreciate. So good to get that. I was a little surprised by the yellow in there, but that's okay for me. It doesn't have maybe as many legs as it should, but we make do with what we have. And I do think the eyes are nice. I have them pretty mismatched in terms of their angle here, but you could pop those off and straighten those out, so maybe the eyes are kind of going in the, or angled a similar way. But it's fine like this as well, so we do get that. And then the rest of the set is kind of this build for Amy's animal rescue here, and I sort of had it populated when I started the review portion, and I probably will do that as we go, but there's different things to look at, and we'll kind of start with the first thing you do. So you start over here with this kind of rounded plate here. It's straight on this edge and this edge and this edge. And we start kind of building this formation over here. This is interesting. It does have a lot of like the Sonic trail kind of colors with the green and the brown. We do have a ring up here. If I spin this around to the back, we have more details. So there's like an egg over here and some different functions in there. All of these little bits are, like put on to jumpers, so they're only studded down on like one stud usually. So that's kind of like Minecraft does that, but Sonic does it too, which means you can reorganize them a little bit, or they could knock off of there relatively easy and stuff like that. So that's all good. And we start by building this all up. You can see on the side, we have that nice kind of checkered pattern through there. And then we have, kind of a rock formation, but also maybe some water, kind of a stream sort of flowing down here as well. And then we do have this kind of element there. Now that is part of the play feature here, that this could be, use the hammer there. And if we do this, this is a lever, and those fly open. So this is a pretty simple mechanism, but it works really well. The lever action is actually kind of stiff. So to get this back, we, you kind of have to, it's not super easy to get back. I don't know if you could do it just like that. Maybe the more you play with it, the easier it'll be. But that is a pretty good function. And for the most part, especially if you were to like put the crab meat up there, you don't see that gap at all between those couple of things here. It's hard to kind of minimize that gap a little bit because these do just have room to move. And then beneath there, we can see one of the crystals. I always forget what they're called. I think they're just called chaos crystals, but for whatever reason, my mind always goes to kyber crystals. So we do have that in there, and that's on kind of a little bit of a Technic thing. So we can, break that open to release that. And potentially if crab meat was, on here as well, we could knock them off. If we do that, maybe they fall off, maybe they stay attached, but it might be one way to kind of interact with some of the space there. And then there's sort of a little nest area underneath, some stuff behind there, a little egg, and that's all fine. Once we have most of this built up, we do kind of work our way over, and we have one of these, how much are these? 16 by 16 plates. These are kind of big. I think they're a quarter of a base plate or something like that. So you do get one of those. We attach that with some of these plates over here, which also kind of blends in this kind of water and beach area, which is nice. And then we start building kind of the stuff over here. you do like tile it all out. I'll go to the back again just so we can see that. And we do put some stuff in here, like some little beds there, another crystal here, a bottle is down there, a brush. So we kind of put all of that in there, build up the structure a little bit of this kind of bungalow, this grotto, this rescue center, whatever it is, which is all good, pretty straightforward, but we do have some nice stuff. There is a couple hinges in here, so this door can open, which is good. So we can open that up, get access from both sides to get some figures in there to maybe be on the beds or just to interact with some of the other stuff. So you do a lot of the groundwork here before, moving up. And then kind of out on the front, we have another one of the heart tiles there. I thought this was cool. This is maybe some food for the different people here. So we have the printed kind of a slice of citrus there, the printed watermelon, maybe an ice cream thing here, and then the cherries with the green there. So that's all good. And we also have this, which I really liked. This is a cool, I think this is supposed to be like a beverage, a drink of some kind. So the clear is maybe a straw, and we have some slice of citrus on the rim maybe, and then kind of a colorful drink there. I think that's a pretty effective little build for something like this, and it could go on a minifigure's hand, I believe. I don't know how good of a connection it is, or if we can get the straw kind of close to the mouth, but you can have that be there. They could also hold it by the straw, but I think those are really nice, and those kind of sit up top here on the counter. This does use one of these pieces. It's an interesting shape. It's like over here, it's like 2 plates thick, but at the back, it's just 1 plate thick. It's almost like some of the Mario specialized plates, but it's like a half one or something. So it doesn't go all the way, but that's nice. Nice use of some heart plates in here too, that you actually don't really notice are heart plates once everything's put on top of it. Add these pillars, which are clipped on and then kind of studded on in the back. We add the little bit on top, which is a nice color for this bigger dish piece there. So we have kind of a canopy, a kind of sheltered area, which is very nice. There are studs up top to put figures there and whatever else. And then we have the sort of slide here, which is nice. It's in that kind of sparkly, opalescent, satin, translucent kind of color. It's clipped in there. You can open that up, which would give you like passage through here, but you can also put it down like that so people can slide on it. Potentially some of the little aminals could slide on that. And then we have over here like a little pool area on the beach, which has some of the water in there, flows from this, has the nice kind of checkered pattern again with the brown and the kind of nougat there, or the green or whatever that is, which is good. We have a little bit of a tree over here, which is nice, and there's a banana on it. So we tuck that in the back. I kind of liked how this tree looked. I thought it was going to be weird, but like having this one kind of branch or this one leaf be like lower and off to the side compared to the other ones, and the one just being up top. But I actually ended up really liking how that looks, how that comes together. We do have the kind of star flower here. Uses a nice leaf piece, stem piece and leaf piece there with the bigger molded leaves. I don't see that super often, but maybe it's more in like Mario and Sonic sets, or maybe Friend sets. I don't see it a ton, but the big kind of star piece here, and then a tile there. We have kind of a, I don't know, a wheel go round or whatever they call these, kind of a thing that you can hang on to and spin around on. Little bucket of, well, a bucket for an accessory there. Kind of a little sand castle over here, which is only studded down on one place, so you can kind of move that. We do have this all tiled out, a jumper there to maybe stud different characters on. And then I skipped over the bridge because this was really interesting to me. I wasn't familiar with these linkage pieces. I think they must use these for bigger kind of vehicles that have treads instead of the really small ones. Maybe these are for bigger ones, and maybe this is a recolor to get this color there, but you get 3 of those linked together, and that's kind of this bridge that leads from the kind of bungalow area, the shelter area, over to the mountain area over here. And there's a little bit of a play feature with that as well. So we have this Technic back here. We can flip that up and pull that back, and it makes the bridge collapse really nicely. So when this is all the way, this cone piece underneath here kind of sits, just rests on top of these clip pieces. And then the stuff at the back, this kind of just tucks in right there. But if we knock this, we can, make the bridge collapse. And potentially, that's another place where maybe the crab could be, and it could be knocked off of there, or one of the other characters. And that's good. And I'll kind of put these characters where I sort of had them set up at first, just so we can see what it looks like when we fill up some of the space, and go from there. I'm pretty sure I can get this one studded down, and I'll put Tails, I'll put this, over here. Maybe it's a surfboard. I'll put Tails kind of here somewhere. I'll put Amy up here. I don't have her with her accessory right now. Just barely fits under there. We'll add back some of the nice sort of beverages and food up here on the top, and then we'll put the little animals in there as well. Maybe put one in the pool, maybe put one over on the merry-go-round, and I could put one over in Crabmeat's little bucket there, but then if I move it around, it'll surely fall out. And then we could put this somewhere as well. There's not like a place where it's supposed to clip on. It might just normally be in Amy's hand, but it also could rest anywhere. You could also put it in one of these kind of jumper plates or something like that. I don't think you could really use the clips here at all, and the clip where the brush is right now, you could potentially get this in there, but it kind of doesn't look like it now, just because it's low and kind of close to some of the other terrain. I don't think there's a way to get that there. So that's not a huge issue, but it would be nice if there was a place to put this when Amy's not using it. Perhaps Amy is eating some of the food, maybe interacting with the brush or the little bottle down there or something. So if this had a place to go, I think that would be good, but I can put it there, or you could lean it up, or you find places to make things work. And this is kind of what it looks like when it's populated. I'll just move these accessories a little bit. So I have Amy just barely fitting under the roof of that area. We got Tails down here. This can spin. We have a bunny in the pool area, could go down the slide. The crab was on the mountain but fell off, even without me smashing the kind of lever there. And that's kind of everything that's in this set. So there's some good pieces in here. There are some real brick pieces, some 2x2s and bigger 2x4s, these bigger bricks around here. There's some big plates, the big plate that for this base over here, kind of that light aqua blue color, and then these 16x16 on the bottom. Really nice figures, including one you can only get in this set as far as I can tell. And there's different functionality, different play features. There are a lot of studs, so there are places to put things, which is nice. I mean, not necessarily like this kind of stuff, but characters. You could put characters at all different places here. There's not a ton of studs on sort of part of this mountain area, but on the back, kind of, there's different places. On the bridge, there's studs up here as well, kind of on the back, in through here, even though that's pretty tiny, but there's places to occupy this. So if we had Sonic and we had other people kind of here, I think it works well as a self-contained thing. I don't know how it fits into the course stuff or the launcher stuff. I'm not sure if it's supposed to at all. I do have, Sonic in one of these launchers here that is from this, line of stuff. And I don't know, if Sonic were to roll into something here, if it could knock some of this stuff off relatively easy. There's not really great places for this to interact with anything there, but certainly Sonic could be rescuing these little animals from a different set and bringing them here, and working with Amy to bring them here all to this animal rescue kind of sanctuary area here. But this is a pretty good. I think that's everything here. It doesn't come with Sonic. This is just, I had this nearby. So that's everything you get in this set. And yeah, there's play features. It looks fine on display. I'm a little bit confused about how it interacts with some of the course stuff, but maybe it's not supposed to. But I think there's play here. I mean, for only 2 minifigures, you do get kind of 6 characters. So with the 3 little animals and the built one here, plus the 2 minifigures, so you do get that. So there's a good amount of play there. And overall, I liked putting it together. There was nothing like crazy as far as techniques go. I did like how this mechanism was done for the kind of stuff on the mountain and revealing the crystal underneath. I thought was good. There's no stickers in this set, not that there nearly would need to be, but it's all prints. I did like the bridge because I liked seeing these pieces. If that is a recolor, that's really nice. So there's good stuff here for sure. I'll show the extra pieces. You get an extra of like the cherry, the printed, I don't know if it's lime, lemon, orange, whatever there. You would get an extra of the eye. You would get an extra of the watermelon, your bucket handle, your couple crystals and stuff like that. So those are all your extra pieces. And this set is 388 pieces, 2 minifigures, but 6 characters, 388 pieces, and it retails for $50. I paid $25 for this set. So I said at the beginning I wasn't sure about the $50 price point. I wasn't going to buy this at $50. I think some of the Sonic sets have pretty good value. I think other ones are a little bit questionable. I actually thought like the mech was so-so. The Shadow Escape one I thought was pretty good value actually. And the Dr. Robotnik one with the big mech robot I thought was good value. I'm told the Green Hill Zone, the $100 set, is really cool. And I recently saw that on sale for $70 instead of $100. So that's 30% off, which is really, really tempting as well, just so I could have maybe all of the Sonic sets that have been released so far. I also have the Ideas one as well, kind of the diorama sort of thing. I do have that one too, which came out before it was like an official theme here. But less than 400 pieces for $50, it doesn't feel great. I don't know how much of the stuff is specialized or recolored. I'm assuming there might be a little bit of recoloring in here. And then I don't know how much value people put on these figures. Tails not exclusive to this set. Amy is. I don't know if that's a really coveted character. And then, yeah, you do get the big 16x16 plate, some real bricks and stuff like that. So there is good stuff here. I just don't think it's $50 worth. Personally, in terms of like the time it takes to build, the amount of stuff, the play potential, the display potential, I just think $50 pretty steep. I think $40 would have been about right. It would have felt closer to right at least. But like I said, I got this for 50% off, which is a huge discount, which is awesome. So I only paid $25 for this. And, for $25 to get almost 400 pieces, to get good quality figures and this much plastic, this much volume, this much weight of stuff, the big pieces, the bricks. It's not just 1x1s. It's like a lot of good stuff in here. I'm totally fine with $25. That's a great deal to me. And when Lego sets get 50% off, it's hard to say that they're going to be a bad deal. Although I did just see a specific Marvel set that has, in the 400 piece range that retailed for like 80 or 90. I did just see that for 50% off as well. And I was still kind of like, ooh, I don't know. But for the most part, when I see a Lego set that's 50% off, that's pretty substantial and almost makes it like an instant buy. And so when it's a theme I'm interested in, that's even better. And this is one of those cases. I did want to look at this. I'm glad to have more Sonic figures here. And yeah, if you can find this on sale like I did, that's great. I think, 20% off would bring it $10 off, which would bring it down to 40. I think 40 should have been the retail price, but 40, if you were to get it 20% off, is a fine sale. Anything more than that is good. I think 50's too much to me. I'm sure there are people who paid $50 for this who certainly got their money worth. I think that's a little bit too high. 45 is better, still a little bit too high for me. If it was 10 cents per piece, we're looking at 38. But I think around the $40 mark really would have made sense. I don't know how well this sold. I don't know the reason why I was able to find this for 50% off, but I'm glad I did. I got a great deal. I hope other people can get great deals on stuff too. But at the price I paid for this, I'm perfectly happy with what I have in front of me. So I liked building it, liked talking about it. Happy to add another Sonic set here, and I think that's everything. So very good. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including maybe that specific Marvel set if I can get it for a really cheap thing, but then other Sonic sets as they continue to release them, and then tons of other Lego sets from all different themes, all different shapes, size, price point, piece count, old sets, new sets, sets that are on sale, sets that are overpriced. I'm going to be looking at all kinds of different stuff, so subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming Lego videos. Subscribing helps me a lot, means a lot to me, so thank you very much. And then if you wanted to help the channel in a different way, you could support the channel by giving money to the channel, which you could do here on YouTube with memberships, supers, and thanks. And I have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. That money will all go back into the channel, will help me, pay for some of these Lego sets while I'm not in LAN, I'm not affiliated with any company, nothing gets sent to me for free except from viewers or fans or stuff like that, or the occasional gift I might get from family and friends, but for the most part I pay for everything. So any other additional financial support is helpful. It's not needed, it's not necessary. I don't want anybody to be irresponsible with their finances, so I'm just happy to do this. I would do this for free. I enjoy doing it, and that's why I do it, and I'm grateful that there might be a few people out there who enjoy it as well. So it means a lot to me, but if you did want to give money, there are ways to do that, and I think that's it. So thank you very much, and until next time, thanks. Bye.